Hello everyone, Synume here, and today's video is going to be the long-awaited Batman guide. I always have people asking me in my stream, when am I going to make one? Why haven't I made one? But today we're finally able to get to it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Synume. I placed 3rd at EVO this year. I played Batman all the way through. I've been playing Batman since Tech Test 2. I was considered to be the best Batman back then, and I'm still considered to be one of the best Batman players today. But without further ado, let's get into the guide. Alright, so we're going to start this guide off with his basic moves and how to use them. We're going to start it with the Batarang, which is his best move and his most essential move to his gameplay. You can make it go straight up, you can make it go straight down, you can make it curve behind you, a curve behind them like that. You can do all kind of crazy things with it. Next will be his jab. It's a 3-hit jab. I never recommend actually doing the 3rd hit unless it's at a high percentage. For instance, like this, it can kill people. Other than that, I never recommend doing the 3rd jab. Always do 1-2 into anything else. That'll combo. You can get a lot more damage off that way. Next will be his ground slide. This is a 2-hit attack. The first one is a slide, the second one is a kick. This is not guaranteed. They can dodge after the first attack. I never recommend doing the second part of the slide unless they're off the edge of the map. I like to do this second part of the attack when they're on the edge like this. Oftentimes the first part will hit them and the second part, if they miss time to dodge, will hit them and they can die at very high percentages. Or it'll just knock them very far back into the blast zone and you can finish them off with a Batarang or a down special. Next would be his up attack. It's a very good move. This applies weakened when hit. If you guys don't know what weakened does, weaken is incur greater knockback and damage when hit. Effect can be stacked. Each stack of weakened is an extra 5% damage and an extra 5% knockback. So you can stack up to an extra 25% knockback and 25% damage when at full stacks. So now we're going to start with his air. If you do down air, this is your down air. It's a cartwheel kick basically. This is a good combo starter and a good combo extender. Then we have his Sair. This is also a 2-part attack, like that, and it also applies weakened on the second hit. You want to use this while you're in the smoke. That's typically the most common way for Batman to engage when he's far away and he needs to get in there. This is Batman's up air. This is one of his best juggling moves to keep you in the air. That's the last thing you want. This last place you want to be is in the air against Batman.
I'm done with you.
You can just constantly keep you in the air with that move. So that's all of Batman's basic moves. Next, we're going to get into the specials. So Batman has his grapple. This is his side special. I do not recommend using this move offensively ever, as it is very consistent online, but offline it's pretty decent, although it can also be very inconsistent. I typically only use this to recover, but it can be used offensively offline. Next is his Bat Bomb. You can apply this Bat Bomb by hitting them with any move while you have it in your hand, or you can equip it and throw the Batarang. It applies it that way. Then we have his smoke. What this smoke does, it gives you extra movement speed. A lot of Batmans like to just dodge jump straight out of it because you can jump pretty much across the map. Very good move. I oftentimes jump in and out of it. Not only does it give you extra movement speed, but it also refreshes your stamina very quickly, and it also dodges projectiles. Throw the smoke down, and it blocks all the projectiles. Last but not least, we have his uppercut. This is his up special. One important note about this up special is when you're on the ground and use it, it has a smaller hitbox, but more knockback. If you use this move in the air, like this, it has a bigger hitbox, but less knockback. So I'll show you an example. When Shaggy is at 150, if you use it on the ground, it kills him. But if you use this move in the air, it doesn't kill him. Know when to use the uppercut in the air and when to use it on the ground. So now that we've gone over his basic moves and his specials, I'm now going to do some combo starters. One of the most common ones is Jab Jab Batarang. You can also just do Batarang into Jab Jab. Make sure when you throw the Batarang to incorporate the slide. That way you can connect into Jab Jab. You can do down air into Jab Jab Batarang as well. You can do Batarang in the air into down special. Like that. That is true. Then you can go straight into jab. Just like that. Like I said earlier, when you use Sair, people like to engage with Sair. You can go into Sair into jab jab. You can even do the second hit like this into jab jab as well. That is all the basic combo starters. I will have another Batman guide coming soon. This will be about online combos and offline combos, because a lot of stuff that you can do in the lab you can't pull off online. So online you have to keep your combos short and sweet. Offline you can get a little bit more fancier with it. So right now for this guy we're just going to go over how to start these combos. Alright, so now that we've gone over the basics of Batman, we're going to go over the perks now. So for the signature perk, I use Bouncerang. Hitting an enemy with a Batarang while it is returning the Batman will apply maximum stacks of weaken. So if you hit the Batarang and it hits on return like that, it'll automatically give him 5 stacks of weaken, which as you know by now, it is a 25% extra damage and 25% extra knockback. Then we have triple jump. I like to use triple jump on Batman because it's easier to get up to the top and use the uppercut. Then I like to use ice to beat you. This applies 1 stack of ice to your enemy. This is by far one of the best perks in the game in my opinion, because the Batarang can apply it instantly, and now you're much faster than your opponent, and then you also have your smoke on top of that to make you even faster. Very good perk. And then we have I'll Take That. Your team receives a 0.25 second refund on ability cooldowns after hitting a debuffed enemy. So debuff as in the weaken debuff and the ice debuff, these two coincide with each other. In my opinion, the best cooldown perk in the game. So now that we've gone over the perks, I want to go over some strategies that I do during the game and explain why I do them. So whenever I hit an opponent off stage, I like to do a smoke on the edge. This makes it scary for the opponent when they're trying to recover, because now they don't know what you're going to do. So a few options that I go for depending on the situation. So I like to roll off the edge and do down air, or just run off the edge and do down air depending on how close they are to the wall. Sometimes I like to throw Batarang into down special. This is very important for Batman. I'm going to explain to you guys. A fully charged Batarang into down special can almost guarantee a kill, because if you miss the down special, oftentimes the Batarang will follow you down, and if they dodge the down special where you miss it, the Batarang will actually end up hitting them. A good example of this is at Evo, when I was going against Oops tier. I actually hit this on him.
Because Broski's and Oops tier had a lot of options covered, but Velma currently getting set off stage. It's going to get hit by the down special from Batman.
Like I said, you do this by fully charging the Batarang into down special. If there's one rule of thumb I can give for Batman, it is to always throw your Batarang off stage when your opponent is off stage. It's always good to limit your opponent's options and what they can do. That way if you miss an attack, the Batarang can oftentimes follow up and help you out. So now we're going to go over some Batman tech. The first one will be about the down special. Batman has a glide. You can do this glide by jumping and holding X. You can combine the down special and the glide and make your down special go slower. I don't know if this is intended, but the fact that it stayed in the game for this long, I'm going to go ahead and say it is. It is very hard to do. Luckily, I have a scuff to do this, so I'm able to do down special and hold X at the same time. This comes in handy when they're off stage and you're going to down special them, and you want to mistime their dodge. So after they dodge, you can just let go of jump and go back down to going super fast, and you can catch them. The next tech I have is off the map. You can do the slide. Normally you can't do the slide off the map, but if you run off the map and then do it, you can do this little slide. You just have to time it right. I have seen people get kills with this. The first hit will connect and they can go straight into a down air. So you can do this just by running off the map and then pressing down attack at the same time. The last thing I have for tech, normally when you throw the Batarang, when it comes back to you, it'll go straight back into your inventory and go on a cooldown. But you can dodge through your Batarang, so it doesn't go back in your inventory. There's a couple reasons why you'd want to use this. I like to use this for when people are being very aggressive. I will use this as a shield to hover over me, or you can use it if they dodge it once or twice and you don't want it to go back in your inventory. You just dodge right past it and just run into them. Just like that. I'm going to end this video off with a cool counterplay against Steven that some of my advanced players may not have known. So when Steven does his side special, it can be very annoying for Batman, because it can do things like destroy our Batarang, and our Batarang has an 8-year cooldown, so we don't want that. But basically, all you have to do, you can use grapple to break his shield very quickly and engage. You just shoot it 3 times very quickly and not let them set up, because a lot of Steven universes, they like to set up, they like to throw their shield out, and they like to set up their gummy worm and maybe even like bait you into coming in so they can bounce off their shield. Alright guys, that is going to be the end of this video. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. This This is my first time ever doing a guide, so I apologize if it's bad. Please bear with me. I tried to do my best to explain everything and use the limited tools I have in the lab. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Like I said, I have another guide I'm coming out with, which is going to break down the offline and online combos, so please be on the lookout for that. Better than that, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.